The Chamber of Mines has offered an average 4% wage hike to unions in the ongoing South African gold sector negotiations. Joining us now on the line, I hope, to provide the latest is Elise Stradom, Chief Negotiator for the Chamber of Mines. Elise, you with us? No, it sounds like we've got a dialing tone. But I'll tell you what we'll do. We will go first to the insight from the other side, from the National Union of Mine Workers, incidentally, who are today have put out a press release to say that they are working with the Chamber of Mines and with the Department of Mineral Resources to get a mining lekgotla together on the 27th to the 29th of August. So they might be fighting today, but they're certainly going to be friends in the near future. It's a fascinating package that Tamisha put together for us. Lesiba Seshoka is the spokesperson of the NUM. Let's hear what he had to say.
Well, of course, it's an insult to the workers that are working so hard underground to create so much wealth for the mining industry. The reality is that 4% of people earning 4,500 is nothing. And as a union, we're prepared to go to war over this issue. It's not negotiable as far as we're concerned. And we've made it clear to the chamber that if they continue with this kind of tactics, we're gonna go the confrontational route. There's no question about it.
What do you mean by confrontational?
What it actually means is that we'll declare a dispute and go on strike to demand that our members get better paid. It's nothing new. It's not the first time that they tell us that the market conditions are bad, the gold price is bad, the mines are deeper, the electricity costs are high, operational costs are high. They've been telling us for the past 30 years, but they've been looting lots of money, making millions in returns, while the people who create their wealth are suffering, living in shacks, in poor conditions. So whoever is going to be trying to justify that workers will continue to earn 4,500 rand is living in a dream world.
Are you not being unreasonable? I mean, the conditions are really quite bad. You had Anglo Gold Ashanti, who I think had an asset write-down of about 2.5 billion. You know, the gold commodity prices are the lowest they've been. I mean, are you not being unreasonable?
You see, the people that are telling us that we are being unreasonable are people who have never lived in a shack. They don't know what the condition of a black mine worker is. So we will not listen to any story that is going to tell us about assets that are depreciating, poor condition. It's none of our business. We have worked so hard to put the mining industry where it is. And they must come back and say thank you to those workers that has created the wealth. We've been told about the gold price for many years. And I don't think that this year we are in a position to listen to anyone telling us about the gold price, about the cost of operations and so on, because that's the same story that we've been told for over 30 years. The mining industry in South Africa has lost credibility in our eyes, and we are no longer prepared to listen to their own stories.
So I know you've said you came in at about 60%. I mean, there's got to be some middle ground somewhere. If they can say they can only give you inflation, would that not be good enough?
We will not accept it. We will not accept anything called inflation. The reality is that we have never put on the table a 60% increase as a demand. We've not done it. We have said that they must close the apartheid wage gap. They must move from 4,500 to 7,000 for surface workers per month on a basic. What I've heard the chamber saying that mine workers with a 4% increase will move to 8,900 is nonsense, because they are calculating almost everything. We're saying on basic wages, workers must move to 7,000 for open cast mining as well as workers on the surface. Underground workers must earn 8,000 rand from 4,700. That's what we want. For the past 30 years, we have said to them they must close the apartheid wage gap. They've always been saying we'll move it gradually. It is 20 years later, they have not moved anywhere close to what we've been looking for. This year, they must move. If they can't move, we'll make them move.
So you're basically saying that we should possibly be bracing ourselves for another wave of strike action if your demands are not met. Is this what it comes
Well,
down
look,
to?
if they are not prepared to make a move, in English we say if you can't make the man do as you do, you make him if you can't make him do as you say, you make him do as you do. We will have to push them through action to make them deliver what we are looking for. It can't be right that in an economy like South Africa, you still have got people earning 4,700 when they are facing so much risk. It's totally unacceptable.
Okay. I'd like to move the conversation just very briefly. I know that you do have to go. The situation at Lonmin, you said this is just a minor setback. I mean, you know, you are now, as from today, you will be officially de-recognized as the majority union.
Well, look, to us it's a small thing, because if you are de-recognized as a majority union, it doesn't mean that you are not a union anymore, you can't exist. We represent 4,000 workers at Lonmin. There are smaller unions than us, like Solidarity and WASA. They are still smaller than us. They have got offices there. So it's not a big issue. It's just a matter of us getting more time, getting our acts together, go back there, and then restart recruiting our membership and get back to normal. But besides that, we still have got a case at the CCMA to contest. And if that case goes through as per the evidence that we have, then we'll be back at Lonmin as a majority union.
What are you going to do for your workers that, for example, your rival union has slowly been gaining ground? It was recognized at Sibanye a few days ago. What are you going to be doing differently that other unions haven't been able to put on the table?
The reality is that there's no any other union that has done better than us. It's just a matter of people being overexcited by something new. With time, those gains will be reversed, because there's just absolutely nothing that our competitors are doing better than we have. We have got the necessary infrastructure to deliver services, which they do not have. We have got the necessary muscle, generally, both human resource and physical infrastructure, to deliver to our members, which our competitors do not have. So within time, we're quite confident that members will see the lie behind what is going on.